impressive. And I also was reading an article about Don Henley, and in his especially his solo work after the Eagles had broke up in the early '80s. He was talking about how he would like to take drives and write as he was driving. He would come up with melodies in his head just as he was taking a car ride. And combining those two things, I that's where a melody and some lyrical phrases came to me when I had started the spark of writing When Friends Become Lovers. By the time I got home, I had a few lines for the song, and I had called my writing partner, Johnny Jace, and we got together, and Johnny contributes mostly lyrics when we usually collaborate. So we came up. He came over, and we knocked the song off in maybe a session of a few hours. So it was that's pretty much like the background on that particular song.
That's very cool. I mean, it's people will get an inspiration for a song in just some of the most unforeseen places. It could be driving in your car, you could be hiking somewhere in a canyon, you could be riding an elevator, and an idea will get in your head. Yeah. And if it becomes kind of an earworm, then you know that maybe you're onto something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you ever, I remember, taking it off the topic just for a second. I remember reading, was it the Gibb brothers, Barry and
Maurice and
no, it was Maurice. I forget the. It was one of the other twin. I forget. But anyway, they were stuck in an elevator, and that's where New York mining disaster.
New York mining disaster. Yes.
Yes. Came.
No kidding.
Yeah. To me, that's like such a cool, little background on and to me that's what makes music so interesting is
absolutely the origin the origin of some of the songs is really a story all in itself. I want to take just a second to interrupt you here, Mark, because we all know that all performing artists of all calibers have their own set of fans, and you have a fan who's standing by. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring her in here right now and have her say hello to you from Florida. Here is Renee. Hello, Renee.
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air with, of course, me, the David Bowers, John Bon Jovial, and Mark Regula. Say hello to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, Renee. Good to hear your voice. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to hear your voice. How is everything going with you?
All right. We're doing good, thanks.
That's good. I enjoyed hearing your song earlier. Very good.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you so much, Renee. Glad you could stop by and say hello. And Mark, now you talked about this last song, When Friends Become Lovers, which I have to agree with John. I really like that song. Tell us a little bit about the next one we're going to play, Way Too Late.
Yeah, that one, again, has as I was saying about the studio musicians, this one has features the bass player Ivan Elias, who was the original bass player for Patti Smythe and Scandal. And he played bass on this particular track. Basically, this song is one that I wrote on my own, and being that it was kind of like an angry rock song, that's pretty much what was my mood was at the particular time when I wrote it. I'm not going to give you too much detail because I don't think that would be too discreet.
Well, yeah, we all have our weird stories when it comes to that kind of thing. Absolutely. And certain things that, while we would love to get into detail about it, our friends at WRFZ may shy away from that and look at us and say, Oh, so you want the show to air next week or what?
Yeah, we have to be a little bit careful. As I told them when we were putting together the package so that they would carry the show, I try not to censor anything on the show, but we do have our limits. And I think in the 5 years we've been doing this, we had one show where somebody dropped an F-bomb, and I think that's the worst that's happened. So we've been pretty fortunate in that respect, and that includes some surprises. And we have another for you, Mark, because all the way from sunny Southern California right now, we have, I believe, your sister Paula. Is that correct, Paula?
Oh no, we're not brother and sister.
Oh, you're not.
Hi,
I'm
Mark.
sorry.
No.
Well, anyway,
Paula.
Mark, here's Paula. Go ahead, Paula.
Hello.
Hey, Paula.
Wanted to call in and say hello, and I love Ivory Tower Project.
Thank you very much.
Awesome vocals, well put together. I take it in my car everywhere I go.
That's
amazing.
That's a dedicated fan, right?
That is a dedicated
Oh, yeah, I
fan. All right. Well, thank you very much, Paula. And Mark, before we let you go, I want you to tell everybody how they can find you online and where they can look you up, your website, the sites you're on, and where they can buy your records. Sure.
Well, for starters, ivorytowerproject.com. That'd be IVORYTOWERPROJECT. ivorytowerproject.com. We have a store page where you could purchase the CDs or digital right off the store page. The CDs are available either by credit card or PayPal. We're also on other retail, both CD and digital. There's CD Baby, Amazon.com, iTunes, Google Play.
There you go. And one last quick thing. What have you got coming up? We've got about 30 seconds left here. What have you got coming up in the future for the project?
Oh, well, we've got a good number of singles still that are even more high quality as the ones that you're about to play or have played. And we have a cartoon music video coming up from this album. So that fully animated cartoon music video. So.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. That sounds interesting. We had one other who's created a music cartoon series. Richard Sergiomani was on with us a long time ago. I have to check with him. I haven't heard from him in a while. But Mark, thank you so much for coming and spending time with us and sharing your tunes and the stories of how they were written. Really wonderful having you. We'll look forward to having you back again in the future.
Same here. This was really a very pleasant experience, guys. Thank you very much for keeping me feel calm and collected, and I very much enjoyed speaking with you.
Not a problem. Thank you so much. We enjoyed having you on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Regula from the Ivory Tower Project, and here they are with Way Too Late.
Say that you're unhappy, need some time on your own. But I'll be hearing stories that you won't be alone. So if you leave, it's over, and you know I won't stand in your way. The worst in your game, and you know what I'm trying to say. That you went out on the town. I put my faith in you, girl, and you were messing around. lost is never too far. Baby, it's way too late after all that's been said and done. Don't have regrets, and you know that I'll never forget. What once was lost will soon be over and done. Over and done. Over and
And there you go. Thought you'd catch me off guard, didn't you? Hey, I was ready for it this time. There you have the Ivory Tower Project. And they have been around in one form or another for what, over 30, 40 years now. That's quite a record. And what a fascinating couple of stories about how the songs were created. I really, really enjoyed that. Some of those stories are really neat. We want to thank the Ivory Tower Project. We want to thank Yoyo X&O, even though they didn't physically make it to be on the show. We're working on that. We want to thank everyone for listening. We love you. Welcome you back next week. John Bon Jovial, take us home.
Well, we are on our way. The David Bowers Awards is broadcast around ye old world from the studios of Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and also from the Valley of the Sun in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We are available for free on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker, Amazon, Alexa devices, as well as SoundCloud, Mixcloud, 365 internet radio stations, and wherever great indie music is played. Be sure to click the follow link on the Blog Talk Radio page and like The David Bowers on Facebook. Join us next week for The David Bowers, Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ FM 106.3 Rochester, New York, and also on Blog Talk Radio Sunday at 2 p.m., 11 a.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. Greenwich. I am John Bon Jovial, the legendary one, urging you to come back and see us again next week right here on The David Bowers Awards.